After working for 30, maybe 40 years, what do you think your most valuable retirement asset is? I'll give you a hint. It's not your 401k and it's not your house. It's the one thing that never shows up on a balance sheet, and that's your professional expertise. In this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how to start treating that expertise like the powerful income-generating asset it really is. All right, here's the game plan. We're going to start with the new reality of retirement and, some of the numbers behind it. Then we'll get into the good stuff, redefining your entire career as a financial asset. We'll look at 3 clear ways to make money from it. We'll talk about why your experience is your secret weapon, and we'll end with the single most important number you need to figure out to get this all started. So let's just jump right in with a question that, probably keeps a lot of people up at night. What is the biggest financial gap in retirement? Now, the answer might actually surprise you, because the problem isn't necessarily the total amount you've saved, it's something else entirely. To really get this, let's look at a few quick facts. A recent study found the median retirement savings for retirees today is just $71,000. And remember, median means that's the midpoint, so half of all retirees have less than this.
And honestly, the picture gets even more stark from there. AARP found that 1 out of every 5 adults over 50 has absolutely zero in retirement savings. So if you feel like you're behind, trust me, you are very far from alone in this.
And all of this, as you can imagine, leads to a ton of anxiety. Over 60% of adults in this age group are worried about having enough money. This isn't some personal failure. It's a huge, widespread issue that a lot of people are facing. Okay, so this brings us to a really crucial shift in how we think about this whole thing. We need to stop obsessing over some massive, intimidating savings number. The real goal, the practical, and more importantly, the solvable problem is your monthly income gap. I love this because it just flips the script. Let's just assume the gap is there. The real question, the more empowering question is, what have you got in your toolbox to close it? And it turns out you have spent your entire career building the most powerful tool imaginable for exactly this job.
And here it is. This is really the core idea of everything we're talking about today. That overlooked asset, it's your expertise. All the knowledge, all the skills, the wisdom you've picked up along the way, that's not just a collection of memories. It is a real, tangible financial asset.
So what do I mean by financial asset? I know, it sounds a little formal, but think of it this way. It just has to do 3 things. It has to make money, you have to be able to use it more than once, and, now this is the magic part, it doesn't get used up when you use it. Let's just compare for a second. A savings account? Sure, it generates income, but every time you pull money out, the pile gets smaller, right? It depletes. But your expertise is completely different. You can solve a client's problem, get paid a fee, and you still have 100% of that knowledge to go help the very next client. It's the one asset that never, ever runs out. And listen, this isn't just some nice theory we cooked up. The market data absolutely proves this is real. Businesses right now are actively looking for and paying a premium for decades of experience. Just look at this number from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Over a third, more than 1 in 3 of all independent contractors in the country are 55 or older. That is a huge, totally disproportionate number. This proves the market isn't just okay with experience, it is actively chasing it. Okay, so we've established your expertise is a seriously valuable asset. So the next logical question is, how do you actually package it up and sell it? Well, there are 3 main paths that are just a perfect fit for seasoned pros. So let's break it down. First, you've got consulting. This is the fastest way to get cash in the door by solving specific problems for clients. Then there's coaching, which is great for creating more predictable, recurring income. And finally, you have things like courses or communities. Now, they take more work up front, but they can generate more passive income down the road. Just think for a second, which one of these feels like it fits you?
Now, let's talk about that little voice in your head. The one that says, is it too late? Or can I really compete with all the younger, tech-savvy people out there? I am here to tell you that voice is completely wrong. Your experience isn't a handicap. It is your single greatest competitive advantage.
I mean, really think about it. Everything a 30-year-old is hustling to build, you already have. A proven track record of getting things done? Check. A network of real relationships? Check. Decades of credibility? You've got it. You've spent a career solving the exact kind of messy, high-value problems that businesses will pay top dollar to make go away.
And we have to be really clear about something. This isn't always about financial need. For so many people, the drive to keep working, to keep contributing, is really about purpose. It's about staying engaged and making an impact.
And the numbers totally back this up. A full 75%, 3/4 of people who plan to work past 65 say they're doing it for reasons related to healthy aging. Things like staying mentally sharp and having a sense of purpose. This isn't a luxury, it's a core human need. Okay, so we've talked about the what and the why. Now let's get down to the most practical how. This whole journey begins with calculating one single number for yourself. And I promise you, this is the most clarifying, powerful thing you can do right now.
And it's so simple. First, add up all your guaranteed monthly income, Social Security, a pension, whatever. Second, subtract what you actually spend each month. And I mean actually. Go look at your last 3 bank statements. Don't just guess. The number you're left with, that's your monthly income gap. That is your target. That's the minimum your new business has to bring in.
And I really want to hammer this point home. The goal of this exercise is not to discourage you. It is to give you clarity. Because knowing your number takes all that vague, free-floating anxiety about the future and transforms it into a concrete, manageable business goal. That's a true act of empowerment. So let's just bring it all home. You have spent decades building this incredibly valuable asset. And now you have a framework to see it, to value it, and to finally put it to work for you.
So if you're feeling ready to turn this idea into a real plan, you're going to need some tools, things like pricing frameworks, proposal templates, that kind of stuff. We've gathered all of them for you in the Retirepreneur Hub. It's a totally free resource library designed for exactly this journey. So the last question is, are you ready to go from just an idea to a concrete plan? The most powerful first step you can possibly take is to calculate your own gap number. It is the foundation for everything that comes next, and the tools at this link will help you see that picture with total clarity.